What's going on, guys? Baller here. Welcome to a new video. Today, I'm going to be previewing CS2 at EWC 2025. Third time running this event. First under the Games Day banner 2 years ago, under the same banner last year, with their, at this point, standard single elim best of 3 format. The rare tournament with a best of 3 final, actually, and a third place decider. This is just going to be quickly just covering the games and matches that I think are worth talking about. The matches I think are duds, and I believe who will win the tournament as well. Especially given Vitality haven't won the last 2 events, have made the final of the last 2 events, and Spirit win the last 2 events despite having a rumored dead lineup with Senior replacing Zontix. And so I think this would be an interesting tournament, especially given that there's not that many tournaments left before the major cutoff. I think it's the EPL, this event, the online portion of and the land portion of London, which will have less impact, and EPL. Not too many really big events left. Like, we had a bunch of events early in the season. EWC is very soon, obviously. So this will be important for certain teams to kind of stabilize and high in the rankings. So before I get into the event more in depth, I want to say I do not co-sign sports washing or esports washing. I do not co-sign the PIF and the Saudi government. I do not co-sign murdering Yemeni people at the Yemeni border. I do not co-sign any of this stuff. I just want to talk about some Counter-Strike. So with all that being said, I'm going to do just a quick little, I actually have a bracket pretty much done, actually. I have a bracket fully finished at this point, actually. It should be fully previewed, absolutely, yep. Should cover every game. I think I'm slightly off. Yeah, we're good. It should cover every single game. And so, as you see, there's some interesting upsets actually I'm going to call here, right? This isn't going to be a standard bracket where I just call the favorites to win every game, as certain people will say. There's some upsets here. I'm just going to cover the games I think aren't worth talking about. Vitality Team Liquid, yes, it was close at Bounty, but I think that's more Vitality played really off that series. Team Liquid had some inspired plays. Admittedly, I actually think Team Liquid as a team played better in that series. Vitality's individuals kind of bailed them out a little bit with some magical rounds on both maps. But I think Vitality played just slightly better. They should handle it. Team Liquid could steal a map, but I don't think they're favored on any map. Their map pool is still super limited. That was inspired play. Maps that Team Liquid usually aren't even that good on. So I don't think they handle it. Shaw's Tyloo actually could be a pretty good game. But I think Shaw's play just their normal level, especially because Tyloo have clearly been slightly reliant on Jamyoung, as you saw at Cologne playing when Jamyoung couldn't be the best player on the server. They don't have much to do. Especially because Shaw's are going to get maps they want to play. I think they outlast them 2-1. I'll just cover Mongols Game Religion quickly because I think that matchup is an absolute dud. Game Religion don't have the map pool to justify. Mongols have the better players in the server. Unless Game Religion want to gamble Overpass as a pick, and Mongols have yet to play it with this lineup, there's no reason they should win a map. Game Religion aren't favored on any maps in this pool. Mongols are even pretty decent on Dust 2. The few times they've had to play it, they smoked Falcons on when they had to play it. They won that epic like G2 game at the major. Absolutely certain individuals can play that map. Even the teams that lose to on Dust 2, like, they lost to Spirit early in the Pro League. Spirit's a very good Dust 2 team. They lost to Vitality at the major. Vitality's an excellent Dust 2 team. Absolutely, they're no joke on it. Mirage and Ancient are basically auto wins in this matchup. Game you have to respect ban Mirage immediately. So there's no shot, right? Miles VP, if this was straight after the major, I would be interested. But VP's map pool is fucking dire outside of Overpass. Miles have improved in certain maps like Inferno, Train, even maps I haven't played since like Dust 2, they're actually not bad on. I wish they would actually embrace it a bit more. VP don't have the maps. VP don't have the they have some skill, but Miles should have them covered 2-0. Spirit are the best team in form. Heroic have just a new player who's played like 0 real lands. Like, no shot. Spirit should win that. Now let's cover the games I think are worth covering. Navi 3max had a very close best of 1 at the major, but I think 3max don't have the map pool depth, and Navi looked mad high at Cologne. Ignore they lost to Strauss at Bounty. That was without Blade, and Blade is Navi, so I can ignore that. 3max, I think, can at least have a map that's close, but they don't have the firepower. They don't have the team play. They don't have the strats. They don't have the map pool. They have nothing. The 3max are covered, especially because Navi get rid of Dust 2, which is one of the better 3max maps. 3max have to pick a map Navi can play. There's no shot. Next, we go to Falcons Team Liquid, Falcons G2, sorry. This should be a great game. And the reason why this would be a great game is because one of the maps Falcons don't want to play. They've yet to play Overpass. G2 have yet to play it. Falcons don't usually want to play Train unless they put picks into them. G2 don't want to play it. Falcons have been avoiding playing Nuke the last few months, especially around the time they kept losing Nuke at Dallas. G2 don't play that map. They permaban it. So both teams are going to get maps they want to play in this matchup. There's going to be some combination of like Ancient, Inferno, Mirage, Dust 2, some combination of those 4 maps. This should be a puggy-ass series. Falcons barely winning out, especially because G2 haven't played enough officials in the lineup. Falcons have had time since Cologne. I think they'll just about edge it. FaZe Clan Aurora could be a very good game. Aurora, by the stats and by the placings, are favored, but I think FaZe Clan have enough quality, and apparently they're a quote-unquote dead team with the rumors mill, apparently. I think they'll have just enough quality to outlast, because Aurora's T-sides have been abysmal since the break. So I think they'll have just enough quality. Especially because Aurora are actually going to play maps that FaZe can play. There's not going to be any weird middle ground maps. Like, this could be some comfort maps for both teams. Like, I'm thinking some combination of, like, Dust 2, Nuke, maybe, like, Inferno Decider. I think FaZe kind of edges them out. Next, Vitality Astralis. I think this should be 3 maps. At Cologne, Astralis should have won Nuke. They threw that game in the garbage. They lost to Tech9s in the last round. They lost a pistol clutch to Mezzi. They threw that game in the garbage. Absolutely, they should have won that map. I think they pick it again. I think they win this time. If Astralis play at the level we know they can. Vitality should pick Dust 2 if it's not banned. If it is banned, which I assume Astralis will, out of respect, Vitality should just pick Train. Probably even pick Mirage even. Either will work. Decider should be like an Inferno Decider. Maybe Overpass Decider. Astralis is really going to respect ban Inferno. But I think Vitality should still win 2-1. They haven't been pretty, but I think Astralis should make it close. But Vitality should win 2-1. Navi Mongols, they play at Cologne. I actually called the upset. And I think Navi have enough quality. Even Mongols playing well at Bounty. And I think Navi are getting a maps they like. As you saw with the Cologne veto, they just shook hands. Basically, we're going to play like an Inferno, Ancient, Mirage veto. They probably will be the exact same pick ban. Mongols are very, very stubborn with their vetoes. Navi are going to get 3 maps they can play. There's no weird overpass involved. Neither team wants to play it. So I think Navi have enough quality to win out in that series. Mal's Falcons, I gave Falcons a map just because the firepower, and Mal's map pool is frustrating because Mal's can play a lot of maps, but I think Mal's has been fumbling these pick bans the last few months. Like, I think since Dallas, I feel like they've been mis-vetoing for a couple months now. Like, they're picking Mirage every time when they shouldn't. They're not believing in their train when they're very good on that map. They're one of 2 teams ever to be a tie on that map. Absolutely, they should pick it more often. They're not giving faith on Dust 2, even though Mouse have actually been good on it when they had to play it. And maybe I'm actually baffled. I actually think Mouse should ban Ancient this time, because Falcons have the players to do it. You have to fight Killsuke in middle, fight Nico in B. Like, you don't want to play them on it. I'd rather play Dust 2. Falcons have been weak on it. They're like a 5-game lose streak on that map. So, absolutely, I would rather play Dust 2 if I'm Mouse. But I know Mouse is going to fumble the veto. They're going to give Falcons a chance to at least win a map. At the end of the day, even Mouse's floor is high enough to beat a struggling Falcons. Falcons will have to play incredible Counter-Strike to beat them. Spirit, I think even if FaZe or Aurora wins that, I think Spirit obliterates both of them. Neither have the map pool depth. Spirit's the best player in the world. They're hot in form. No shot, right? Vitality Navi, they played a close 2 maps at the major. I actually called Navi to get the upset. I think they have just enough firepower. Vitality's map pool is in slight disarray. Like, Inferno's been dropping off. Mirage is up and down. They can be good on it sometimes. They can be bad on it. The T-Halves have been troublesome on that map. Nuke, well, the record's good. A lot of close games on it. Absolutely Navi can compete on it. Ancient isn't even one of the better maps for Navi, so Vitality kind of does them a favor. Navi Garo Dust 2, which is the best Vitality map the last few months. They're like 7-0 in the last 3 months on it. Navi have enough quality that I'm calling the 2-0, actually. Vitality don't have a map in this view they're a clear favorite on. And I think Navi have just enough quality, and it might be the better calling to. I think they can nick it 2-0. Spirit have been destroying Mouse the last 2 times they've played. They're 5-0 in the last 5 maps on it. Despite a couple of close calls, like 2 close maps out of the 5. Spirit's performance is too high. I think they win easily. Like, I don't think there's any real chance for a Mouse win unless we see some inspired Counter-Strike. Mouse, I think, wins the tiebreaker 2-0. I think Vitality won't try as hard. Mouse won last 2-0 last time. I think they're hungry. It's in a smaller arena. They win that. Spirit Navi, if this was Navi playing Mouse, I could maybe see yours Navi wins it. If it's Navi against like an Aurora or Falcons, Navi I might be in favor on it. But Spirit's the one matchup Navi have been blocked on so many times. Like, that's the brick wall. They're like 2-10 with these cores lifetime. It's so bad, right? And I think Spirit's playing too hot. They're too comfortable. And I think they actually win this event flawless. I think they have the maps to do it. They have the best player in the world. Ancient's been unplayable for them when teams haven't had to ban against them. Dust 2's still good for them when they had to play it. Mirage has been very good for them. Nuke is absolutely in their pocket still. There's too many maps in this Spirit can play. They're the best player in the world. Even the caller from Chopper at Bounty looked pretty good. In the event where a lot of teams struggled to win T rounds, Chopper, even without Dark, actually won a lot of rounds on T without him, either from Zwei or from Shiro. Even Chopper himself got some entries. I think Spirit should have enough to win out the tournament. If you guys do enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.